Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Starcom Nexus. In the last episode, we navigated around the other... How do I say it? Auroranas. The bird people. So, their name is ARA, so I think of the Ara Ara, because of course I do, because I am a true gamer. And then I try to remember how to spell the rest of their name, which isn't as important. But we were able to mostly avoid them in order to avoid getting them angry at us for sailing around in their area of space. We still have not found their nest world, however, and we don't know how to go and get the treaty identifier at the moment. Well, we know how to do it, but we have not yet found them, the nest world. But we were able to scout around a little bit. We discovered that one waypoint ended up being a swarm drone, like communications array. And while it didn't really give us too much information, it did give us some hints as to how we could possibly fool the swarm drones into slowing themselves down when they're near us. And we took that research. We also researched our reactors to be the fully best type of reactors we could get, like a recharge rate at least. And now I'm hoping that we will no longer be in dire straits when zipping around in our Angel Wing any longer. We also put the 5th generator on this vessel, so I don't think we'll run into trouble anytime soon. When we had last left off, Kite Station had also come under attack by the Sentinels, and we were barely able to hold them off. Kite Station was smoking on fire, with a few sections left that weren't devastated. Thankfully, despite my bad flying, and I didn't engage very well against them, we were still able to win. Oh my goodness, that was really close though. Any case, in this episode, we were tasked with possibly trying to figure out what on earth is going on with the Sentinels. Maybe we can figure out what might be happening with, why they're against us. And when they beamed in to attack us, they came from this location. So that might be a good place for us to go to continue that quest. I would like, however, to explore some of the planets that we left behind, if we're able to somehow circumvent I'll call them Ara-Aras. If we're able to avoid the Ara-Aras a little bit more, we'll be able to explore some of these planets and possibly maybe find some hints as to where this nest world of theirs is. And getting out here, though, is going to be tough. There's no close warp gate. I think we're going to go down here, see where the Aras are, and try our best to avoid them. This was not where the comet was. Right, we also, I think, scanned our first comet last episode, and we saw another one, but we weren't able to approach it without potentially risking the Ara's ire. So we have avoided it at the moment, but marked down where the last part was where we saw it. I'm super addicted to this game again, everyone. I want to play it non-stop. The great amount of fun I have when designing ships in particular makes this game really addicting. And I love designing ships in this game of different sizes and types. The Angel Wing proved really reliable to me when the first time I'd gone through the game. So I'm very interested in continuing to use this ship, even if I did extend it a little bit since the last time I played it. It does look kind of more like a manta ray now that I think about it more than an angel. When it was squatter, this looked like, actually I guess it does look like wings coming off the side here with the centered body, which was the image I got when I named it. I can get lost in games. By lost I mean I can spend so much time in them if they allow me to construct my own ships. There was a series of games by, what was the name of the game company now? They made Sins of a Solar Empire, and I can't think of the name of the company, but they've made a few. Galactic Civilization 2. That's the game I want to talk about, or rather, just mention really quick. I had a huge amount of fun designing my own ships in that game, and this seems to be some sort of desert world, covered all over with dunes. And I love designing my own ships. It was fantastic. They give you so many parts that don't do anything for the ship, but you can really make it look incredible with all the parts that they've given you. I had so much fun making my ships and placing the different types of defense and offensive modules all over it. It was a blast, man. I love that. We have another one of these ruins here, by the way, which might point us to where the gods are located that these people worshipped. These ruins are yet another temple to the fallen gods. Once again, the team carefully searches the ruins for clues to the hidden readout of the fallen gods. The triptych shows the route of a fanciful sailing vessel and a dark sphere. If the dark sphere represents a planet, the team has a pretty good sense of where the vessel landed, but still no clue as to where that planet might be. Getting lots of... Oh! Darn it! I swear you weren't here a second ago, Ara. As an unaffiliated vessel, you are ordered to pay a transit fee of 10 Chirolite and depart this region. Failure to do so may force a military response to us. We have the Chirolite. Here you go. Payment acknowledged. Please depart Ara's controlled space. If you do not have a treaty group identifier in the future, you may be fired upon. And if your ship does not broadcast a correct identifier and you do not have any more questions, I must ask you to depart this region of space. We'll find the nest world and get your treaty identifier. After we scan this gigantic gas planet. Nothing here. Okay, so we want to go up twice to get to those planets. So we're leaving. Kind of. We're leaving this sector of space, but going to another area that you control. Hopefully you guys don't mind so much. We could totally fight them. We could probably take them on. I would rather not do so if I don't have to. Once again, we're at war with the Sentinels and the Chitek. And while the Chitek are not that difficult for us to defeat any longer, the Sentinels are, as proven by that last combat. Thankfully, they had focused most of their firepower on the base, Kite Station, and not on us, or that would have been the end of us, I'm pretty sure. We're leaving. Don't worry. I hear the swarm drone, but we can't stay. The Vendari will not try to go out of our way to avoid them any longer. Which is good, because we're going to march up here towards one of their freighters. Actually, let's visit this far planet first. Oh, look at that sun. This is a supernova? Pre-supernova... Oh, yeah, wait. No, we haven't been here before. Maybe we did? I think we did swing past the sun. I don't think we could have gone through the sector without doing so. Nothing on this desert planet. I want to hit all the planets in this area, even if it risks us angering someone. I don't want to leave these unexplored. We would be delighted to make another exchange of knowledge with you. We can give them one more technology and see if they give us anything new. Offer liquid helium coolant. It's the same tech. So they have nothing else, and they are asking us for technology when they are not giving us anything of useful in return. It's the same technology, too. Let's exchange goods while we're here. So... if I don't actually know what I'm aiming for when it comes to technology. We have the adamantine to build possibly a shield module at this point. Maybe we should look to do that when we double back. They do offer, so I kind of like the trade of yttrium. So I'm Okay, this is doing the weird thing again. So let's go ahead and trade maybe 19 of this. Because it's 14 cobalt 60. That's good. Let's just do that trade. Return again soon if you wish to exchange more goods. I'm actually here for the planet. Something on this world. Looks like there's some sort of volcanic... Well, this must be a giant volcano. Look at the crater inside of it, all that magma. Good God, that's massive. Half buried in a high pass on the snowbound planet, the team finds another neutronium benchmark. We saw about one of these before. It talked about being a certain distance, like Lear, from something, and then another distance from something called like a Nest whirlpool or something of the sort. Planet Survey Benchmark. Designation Dying Cathedral 1. Wow. I can't pronounce it. It's not a very livable planet. 0.153 Lear from Dying Cathedral. 8.164 Lear from Nest Whirlpool. Judging from various erosion indicators in the nearby indestructible metal, it has probably been here for several centuries and won't be missed. But we are going to mark this. Man, look at all these ships all over the place here. Okay. What type of ship is this? I can't tell. Oh, that's an Ara. Okay. All right, well, let's get to the next planet. Can't imagine this place is safe to land on. All right, good. No reason to actually do that either, given the supernova nearby. And I think we've explored all the other planets in the nearby systems. Let's head all the way out here to this yellow main sequence. It looks like it's off the beaten track. It will take me a little bit to get there, though. But we'll head out here. I can talk a little bit to you guys about other games I've been playing, since it still is the Steam Summer Sale at the moment. So I was mentioning that I picked up something called Ziggurat 2, and I really like the game. It's fun. I can tell it's going to be a bit repetitive, but because it's a first-person shooter and it's fast-paced action with enough variety in the weapons that you are given, I don't think I'll get tired of it soon. Not right away. Which is to say that I'll probably get my money's worth out of it rather easily. I'm imagining at least 30 hours worth of playtime for me, and that should be good. What is this? Galactic dust. Here in deep space, our instruments confirm that the high free hydrogen density isn't just a localized phenomenon. This galaxy is like a very thin nebula. Someday, all of this will coalesce into stars. I'll take a free 55 research points. Yeah, thank you. Good job, science team. With Halloween coming up sooner than I would think, today, once again, is June 30th, so tomorrow's July 1st. So we have 2 months until November 1st, which is when I start uploading fall-themed games, which is to say things that are creepy, like Halloween-related, and games that have a more... I don't know a way to describe it. Autumn feel to it? There are certain things I like playing, like exploring games, which involve like running around in nature and stuff like that. There was a nice combination of both, it wasn't very scary, but it was still had a nice atmosphere and theme to it. It was, Oh, crap. Witch hunt? Witch hunt was what it was called. Hello, hold on, stop. What's this? Oh, we're about to fly right past this. Let's not do that. Something artificial is out here. Oh, we came out here actually a lot faster than I thought we would. Alright, that's good. That means our engines are working really well. And we didn't run out... Our energy was being maintained the entire time, despite having 7 engines on our ship. Now, what is this? It's another one of these strange devices. We had seen one of these way before, way up here somewhere. We actually marked down where it was located. This enormous station is comprised entirely of machinery. Scans show no habitable interior space. Engineering is unable to guess at its purpose, but elements of the design show similarities to our engine's warp field generators, but at a much larger scale. We could destroy it. Like, we're allowed to target it if you want to, but I try to avoid destroying things if I don't know what they're used for. It's not a good habit to have. And since we're coming up on some planets and stars, I'll hold off chatting to you guys about other random things until after we have explored these. And I guess we're about to find out what this green planet is. Looks rather pretty. I guess green means habitable to us. There's the word. Why couldn't I say that earlier? Oh, swarm drone coming. Gotcha. This probe recorded a high-energy burst of crimson light used to transmit a complex holographic signal. 75 research almost covers the cost of the slow down the swarm drone research we had. Let's see what's on the surface of this planet. Looks like a giant sonar array back here. This terrestrial radio telescope is over 800 meters in diameter, larger than the Galileo Valdarno on Europa. Unfortunately, whoever built it has since ceased to maintain it. Someone has absconded with a large number of its titanium aluminum reflector panels, rendering it effectively blind. Despite the removal, it still has hundreds of panels left. We could scrap it and take the rest of the titanium, but maybe we could find the leftover reflectors. So we'll return to the ship for now. I never found them the last time I played. Let's see, we'll swing past the planet and get this yellow question mark. Sorry, not the planet, the star. Desert worlds. This is what yellow is. Oh, hello. I saw something else up there besides just a planet. What was that? Crates. Quite a few of them, actually. There must be some sort of lander. Lander? About to say some sort of a cargo carrier out here. We've already scanned one of these, so we can't scan this one. But we can destroy all the crates. And a mantine in one of them. Last time we found a little bit of research in one of them, right? A hexapod of some sort, if I remember correctly. I suppose the good news is I get a chance to see how effective our generators are when I'm firing our plasma so much. They seem to be extremely effective now. Plus that 5th generator is really helping. Actually, we will be coming back here eventually. But I was about to say, so we don't have to destroy all of them. If I'm never coming back here, I want to destroy all of them. We want to destroy all of them anyway. They can drop an adamantine. That makes it worth the time it takes for us to destroy all of them. But I won't destroy the ship itself. We did that for the last one. On the off chance it matters, we won't destroy that one. And what is odd? This plant surface. I thought for sure we would find like some mirrors there or something, but we did not. Something on this planet. A little bit of water here. Not very much though. Mostly just desert. Supply crates cover this area. This must have been a drop zone of some sort, or there must have been some sort of wreck, or a ship passed over and then dropped some of its supplies. A collection of supply containers lies scattered in a dry gulch on an otherwise uninhabited planet. They seem to have been undisturbed for several years. The team security officer speculates, based on the contents, that this was a staging area or supply drop that was forgotten. 166 titanium, 36 chirolite, 47 neutronium. That's basically a reactor and an armor module. Okay. Where next? There's no warp nexuses to take us out to this blue transition that I can see here. Let's fly north and we'll try to scan the 3 planets that are up there. We can also hit the warp gate. Actually, how much research do we have? I think we need 325 if I want to research larger ships. How much supplies do we have? Not sure if that's worth heading back to Kite Station yet for. Another thing I wish that this game had, as long as I'm talking about random stuff apparently now, is a way for me to mark something on the map. And then in... Oh, God! See? See what I mean? And then in this map, see if I'm on the right course for it. Because we almost slammed into that ordnance there. And that would have been the end of us. Oh, my God. I'm going to mark something here. Because I am very likely to just collide straight into that. Yeah, so Halloween's coming up, everyone. So I have put the games I normally record for Halloween on my computer, and I usually start recording them in July. This way I've got the Occult Chronicles and Consuming Shadow videos ready to go the moment September 1st hits. So I'm probably going to be starting that this weekend. Hold on. What have we got here? A Hasa of some sort. More auras are here as well. Chitek are here. Nothing on that planet. Alright, Chitek. Well, you want to fight me, so we'll go ahead and oblige you. Looks like something else was fighting the Chitek out here. I cannot grant you unrestricted travel through this region without a treaty group identifier. How have you and your ships been stranded here? How have you survived? I think you misunderstand. The Arona Empire has many bases and colonies in this region. The Nest World remains our official political head. It is our strict adherence to orders that have allowed us to survive without the direct governance. Okay, so they feel they must do this, as adherence to their rules have continued to help them exist. Even if it makes no sense, even if they don't know where it is, they have this rule, they're going to follow it. In case you didn't notice, Aras, though, I'm kind of busy fighting Chitek at the moment. Saurids are out here, too. I don't think they're going to survive the encounter with the battlecruiser, though. They did not. Thankfully, it doesn't look like the battlecruiser has any way to pick up what the sword ship dropped. The debris from this ship suggests the creators are on par with Starcom technologically, and we gleaned some valuable data in it. Nice. Alright, that tells us a little bit more about the Saurids. While we're here, we'll check the gas world. Nothing. I'm so sorry, Aras, but I need to go to this other planet. It's a barren rock of a world, planetoid, and nothing on it. Well, let's keep taking these warp nexuses then. Let's jump through this one. Oop, there's a swarm drone, but we just missed it. An Ulku trader. More hostiles. Based on the fact there's 4 things up here, I'm guessing that's more Chitek. So let's deal with them. Oh, there's 5, 6 things up there. And some planets. To safely scan that beautiful world, we're going to need to deal with the enemies first, though. Nice. Take that, little scout. Looks like these guys are just trying to run. You know, that reminds me of us when we tried to run. Oh god, that's a sentinel ship. That is a cutter, I think. Or a flenser? Cutter. Okay. Uku. This ship does not have, I think, or maybe has just a slight number. Of plasma turrets. That's too far away, Tim. Nice. And there's yet more unexploded ordnance up there. Thankfully, no Aras are in this area. In cool waters we saw you again. Our story was at a turning. Things for things, things for knowledge. What did we do when we swam together? Things for knowledge. What stories did we tell you? Let's finally get this story from the Undeep. An Ulku trader found itself stranded far off in the Undeep. The whirlpool that brought them there had closed without warning. They could not call for help. So they set their ship for home and went to their sleeping eggs. While they slept, their ship recorded a voice from the void, a single song with no words. What it meant they did not know, only where it came from. And they give us some coordinates. We have nothing else, no other stories that they can tell us at the moment. as long as we're here, we can trade things for things. I think we'll trade some neutronium to these folks. Let's see. We'll trade 42 of this and get quite a bit of platinum back. And while we're doing this, I wouldn't mind having even more titanium. So I'm going to grab 121 of that. And we still get 100 platinum back from this trade. So maybe we can trade for a little gold. And we get back all the platinum. We can trade them for their story. And nothing on this barren rock. Once again, we cannot... So first off, by the way, because I didn't tell you... Oh, we can target it. Okay. Can we safely detonate this from a distance with a missile? Yes, we can. Okay. I didn't realize we could actually do that. I didn't think we could. I will remember that for the future. I will go ahead and just destroy the other ordnance that I see from now on with our missiles, assuming we see it on this ship. I'm assuming this blue means this is a water world? Oh, no. This like is covered in fungus or forest or something. Looks like it's made of rubber. Like a mad ball. Nothing on the planet, though. Whatever secrets are there are secret indeed that we didn't even detect them. Swing past the star, swing past this green planet, get this yellow planet, and then back up to this warp nexus. Oh, hold on, there's a hostile. What is this? I can't tell. Well, whatever it is, it's dying, so we'll deal with it. It's a Sentinel Interceptor, so this is a shotgun one. Good job, Tim. One less Sentinel in the world. Gas giant time. Oh crap! I missed that green planet too. All right, so gas giant first, green planet, desert planet. A tangerine-like color. I haven't had tangerines in a long time. This planet has a gaseous composition very similar to most gas giants, yet a fraction of its size and mass. Yeah, this is not a giant gas planet compared to others, and there's something on it. What's down here? Or in its upper atmosphere. I assume, I mean, I don't know, I know nothing, everyone, I really have to stress how much I really enjoy space and reading about all this stuff. None of it is absorbed in my brain. I forget all of this the moment I'm done playing a game. And I don't know anything about space or planets or stars or stuff like that, or very little of it. I retain none of the information for some reason, which is probably why I like reading about it so much. It's like I'm constantly discovering the same thing over and over and over again, and it always amazes me like a goldfish with this stuff. But I'm imagining that a gas planet is just composed of, for the most part, just gas, in which case there's like nothing to land on, right? There's no solid ground in a gas planet. It's literally just a ball of gas. Something must be keeping it in the shape it's in, right? There must be some sort of gravity or atmosphere which is pulling it all together. I don't know. I don't know enough of it to sound intelligent, so I should shut up, so this way I sound less stupid. Floating in a clear nitrogen layer of this oxymoron is a station, lightly buoyed by a few anti-grav lifts. A short-range radio transmits a message to the approaching survey vessel, which roughly translates as, "This is a non-military automated data collection station. In the interest of science, Please do not dismantle. The team analyzes the station's unencrypted logs, which contain a wealth of interesting data about this unusual planet. They also note that the station is composed of quite a bit of titanium, platinum, and even a bit of adamantine. Leave the station intact. They've asked nicely. We don't need to break it down. So I mentioned last episode that my brother Dave was playing this game, and he went about do you remember the old Chitek reactor where we had a choice of like 5 different locations to enter into? Well, he actually went to the stabilizers, and it turns out I was right in my guess that the stabilizers they don't actually stabilize the generator, that nothing can be done there. I guess that was going to be the case based on the fact that all the Chitek were fleeing the structure. They probably had already attempted to stabilize the generators and couldn't do so. I like this. Look at this planet. Look at all the water on this one here. Looks like a greenish ocean there in the center. Nothing interesting, though, apparently. We can go back to that planet and break down the science station if you so wish, which is why that symbol's still on it. But I did not break it down in the last episode. I don't know what it gives you, and I'm not going to break it down this time either. Ooh, what the heck? Look at that green radioactive like segment of the planet. Looks like little alien heads in it, or skulls too, right here. See them? No localized anomalies detected, but we are witnessing an early stage of life development on this planet as single-celled photosynthesizing life forms gradually spread the surface of this inhospitable world. Okay, it's becoming hospitable, just extraordinarily slowly. Okay, well, let's keep going until we see a warp gate. And this is probably bringing us to someplace new, so we're not going to chat about some... Ooh, Nebula! Nebula. Hostile ships. 2, probably Sentinels. A Defender and a Cutter. I would like to get the Cutter first. No new technology, unfortunately. And this is the Defender. They have a shield module on their ship. But we should deal with it, because this one has missiles too. Man, I did not think their missiles had the curvature or the gas to hit me. And it totally was able to swing around for a second pass and hit and slammed into us. Ugh. There's something else here. And because we're in a nebula, we don't have as great a scanner range. So there might be a ship that sees us, but we don't see it. See? We've only seen this warp nexus from 700 astro units away, rather than like 1,000 or so, which is normal for us. Another quite barren world. Anything on this planet? Nope. Should probably be a little detected in case there's ordnance around here. For some reason, I think there might be. Oh, there's a ship. It's another hostile cutter. Yep. No. This is a Chitek base. I think. Yes. Yep. Given how easy it is to destroy. Sorry, Chitek. You declared war on us. We didn't want this to happen. I could totally understand why they did. Like, what are the odds? Hello, what is this? What is that? That must be a sword cruiser. I hear the warp drone. We're not going to catch that. Salutations, Starcom representative. You have been a good ally to the Sword, and we would like to make a small request of you. One of our unmanned science platforms seems to have malfunctioned and ended up in Aronius-controlled space. While we have diplomatic relations with the Arona, our government is worried that if they discover the vessel, they may misunderstand its purpose. If you could destroy it, it might prevent an interstellar incident. Also, if you could retrieve its encrypted databanks, that would be exceptional. We would be happy to share any scientific data it recorded with you. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Excellent. We know it is in Arona space, but not precisely where. Its last known coordinates were around -18 by -45, which it may have drifted. We are transmitting its energy profile, which should help you pinpoint its location when within 600 astral units. Remember, recover the databanks, then destroy the vessel. I don't think we're going to catch it. Oh, we might. It's just about at the same speed as us, though. No, we can't catch it. Platinum and titanium in these asteroids. Oh my god, we could have captured it. It turned around. I hate you, little swarm drone. Good for you. This asteroid fragment contains tiny life forms that have adapted to survival in the vacuum of space by creating a spacesuit-like cell wall out of silica. Basically, I wanted to destroy these asteroids until we got something to research, but we got two things to research. What was the other one? There were some ancient bullet-like projectiles embedded in that fragment. Not terribly advanced by our standards, but interesting nonetheless. There are quite a few planets in this nebula. Where are we going next? Let's see. Oh, it's a star located down here, so we want to go there too. Although I doubt. Let's go to the star first. I know it's out of the way, but I suspect that there won't be a gate there. And we've been playing for a while now, so I'm feeling like we've been playing for about 40 minutes or so. So we can hit this star. I guess we'll hit this planet, and then we'll come back up here hitting the things that we passed by earlier. Ooh. Take that, nothing. I like the gold coloring from the sun hitting the atmosphere of this. That's a cool looking planet. Oh, not cool as in temperature-wise. Tiny meteors in this planet's orbit have polished it to a lens-like smoothness, allowing us to use it to observe this region's background radiation, which turns out to be surprisingly higher than that in our galaxy. Remember last episode, we also found that strange advanced device and found what sounds like the crew members who we had sent to break it down from a long time ago, but they were all dead, decomposed, and their logs mentioned that they would probably never see us again after quite some time of waiting. It's been not quite 2 months since we've started this adventure in-game. Like, the in-game time has been not quite, again, 2 months. This makes me think that that device time traveled into the past. Which means that time travel is possible in this galaxy. Comet nearby. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. There it is! But we're not gonna catch it. It's too... Oh! It's turning. We might be able to catch it after all. We did! This comet is emitting visible light at intensities that rival small stars. According to sensors, the energy source is trace amounts of magnesium burning with oxygen boiling off the surface. That was rather lucky. I can still see its glow off here. I think we might be able to detect. No, it's far enough away we can't detect it on our radar. What are you? Ulku. Another defender. That is a sentinel that has the shields. Let's deal with it first. I don't know why I fired then. It's too far away. Gotcha, defender. That time we didn't lose any troops to doing so either. Another ringed planet? What's this one like? Nothing here. A giant moon, I guess, is orbiting it. Something on this, though. Let's see what's down there, away team. Ooh, a wreck on the surface. We can even see the ringed planet in the distance from here, and the sun glowing in off the other side. That's pretty cool. I like the picture. An old starship, probably a freighter, lies half buried on the surface of this small moon. This is a large moon. It looks like a large explosion ripped the hull wide open. Most of its cargo was apparently food and medical supplies, long decayed, but the hull and engines had some useful metals in them. Some titanium and a little bit of gold. Swing past the star, which looked like it was burning rather bright. Did we scan this planet? I don't think we did. Ooh, something on this planet too. Look at that red coloring. Judging from the texture of it, it looks like it must be trees or something. We've seen this before. The last time there was a ship hidden somewhere in a ravine like this. The anomaly detected from orbit appears to be somewhere with a winding desert canyon. Must be within. The canyon walls are too close and irregular to pilot the lander in, so the team approaches on foot. Strange sounds seem to echo from all around. How did the team explore the canyon? Eventually, the team reaches a high isolated plateau. Despite its small overall area, it has tremendous diversity in flora and fauna, including some phenotypes previously unseen. 40 research points. Hello, Ukulu. Oh, there's a Vendari vessel out here, too. I guess we'll just let that freighter be at the moment. Swing close to the star. I hear the drone. It's going to this planet. It might come up this way when it's done. It is. Oh my god! We can't offer you any technology, Vendari. You're interrupting my attempt to get the swarm drone. We are disappointed, but we hope you will reconsider in the future. You jerks! You made me stop my engines. Maybe we can get this here. No, we can't! Oh! Oh, we can! We can! Ah, there was nothing in it, though. Okay. So I'm not going to give the Vendari any more technology. They don't have anything new to offer us. I don't think that's a fair exchange, just giving them stuff for free like that. They should at least give us resources. Oh god! We just took some damage from something. What the heck? There's a minefield here. Did you see that? can just barely see the mines as well. Part of that mine survived its detonation, allowing us to examine its internals. These mines use gravity pumps to navigate towards their target, where they trigger an antimatter reaction. I never learned mines as a weapon system. It would have been kind of cool if I could have dropped some off somewhere. There must have been a war that happened here. Wow, that's... Oh, God! That's a lot of damage that they do. Let's not stick around near them like we just did. Chit-techs have just warped in. Something on this planet's surface, but we won't be able to scan it with hostiles so close by. There's a destroyer here. I'm sorry, a cruiser. They've angered the Uruku. Might be fun to see the Uruku ship blow up, only to see what technology they have, but we're not going to let them do that. And something on this desert planet as well. I don't remember finding any, like, sandworms on a planet. It'd be kind of cool if there was something like that on one of these. Oh, there's some sort of oasis here. That's pretty beautiful. Well, maybe not beautiful, but I like the look of it. By a random quirk of this planet's geography, the only surface water are small clusters of pools that tap into a deep aquifer. According to the team's xenobiologists, the plant life that has evolved here reveals some interesting data on evolution in isolated microclimates. Like, a long time ago, I was talking about the crabs and creatures that exist in the abyss, who live off the thermal vents down there. Amazing how life will find a way to exist in those conditions. A heavily fortified installation has been built into a high pass between two mountains. It seems like it hasn't been used in centuries or longer. Small turrets near the entrance show signs of corrosion, and a rock slide has created gaps in the outer wall. It's probably not going to be able to fire on us then. I think we send the survey team in. As the team enters, several automated defense systems activate, but years of neglect have taken their toll and they fail to fire their ordnances. A search of the main building uncovers a number of corpses in armor. Scans of the bodies show they've been dead for at least a century, mummified by the dry air. The team's medical officer finds signs of what she thinks is malnutrition. Possibly this base was cut off from resupply. The military equipment isn't technically advanced by Starcom standards, but there's quite a lot of it, and there's some valuable metals worth salvaging. Quite a bit of titanium, a bit of gold, some platinum. Platinum. Alright, looks like that's all that's out here. Let's double back, get these two planets, and then take this warp nexus. We're looking for a warp gate now. Why am I mentioning all that Halloween stuff? You are probably asking. Why did I start on that path? Because I'm going to try... So as always, during Halloween, I like playing Halloween-themed games, or, games that have a similar bent to it. Very atmospheric games. I played through Pathologic, and it wasn't creepy, but I liked the theme of it very much, and it felt like it was taking place in autumn, given the coloring of the world at the time. It felt like the in-game world was autumn as well. So I like playing games that are like that. For some, like I have a fond memory of... I associate Hexen with the autumn season, because there's a section in that game where you see leaves falling, and the trees are different colors. And so I just associate that game with that season. But as such, this means that I am trying out a few other games to see if they would fit the bill for what I would consider a creepy game, or a very heavily atmospheric game, to be played during the autumn months. And I think I found my three, and I'll mention them after we're done with this sector. Let's see. Another very smooth planet. Not as smooth as the last one we had left, though. Something on it. What's down on the planet's surface, team? Snow planet. Oh, another one of those strange Lear designator things. So much distance from the Nest whirlpool. Half buried in a high pass on the snow-bound planet, the teams find another neutronium benchmark. Planetary Survey Benchmark. Designation Crimson Priestess 6. Habitability rating 0.15. Question from Crimson Priestess. 22.72 Lear from Nest Whirlpool. Judging from various erosion indicators in the nearly indestructible metal, it has probably been here for several centuries and won't be missed. Plus 8 neutronium. Now, it's time to explain these benchmarks to you guys. The benchmarks mention something called a Nest Whirlpool. That is indeed the warp gate, or warp nexus, that will bring you to the area that contains the Nest planet that the Auras have lost. They've completely forgotten about these markers that they left on these planets. The planets indicate the distance in their unit of measurement to the sun in the sector they are located in. This one doesn't actually have the distance to the red giant here, which they've named Crimson Priestess. But it does have the distance to the Nest Whirlpool. To find the Nest Whirlpool, you need to measure a distance from each of the planets that have one of these benchmarks on it, and find where they overlap. At that point, you will have found the Nest Whirlpool. But the game doesn't have a way for you to easily do that in this map. You can, thankfully, measure like how far I am at the moment to the red giant. We can see that up here. But there's no tool for me to draw a circle from the center of a planet or star outward in order to figure out where all these lines meet. It was a bit frustrating. So what I did originally was dropped a ton of notes and was what was roughly a circle from my position here to try to see where these lines all intersected. And I was able to get close to it, but I was still off by about 6,000 astral units, which is frustrating. That's very frustrating. It's, as you can see, about 4,500 astral units to complete the distance from one grid, and that's too far for your radars to detect it. I ended up having to give in and go online to look up where this thing was located, and I think even the developer mentioned that that was a bit rude of himself not to have a tool to do this sort of thing, but people were still able to figure it out. In my case, I flew around down where I thought it was for a while. It is... I have to actually I have to do the measurements again, but it's someplace like around down here, if I recall correctly. I hear another swarm drone, but that one's gonna get away from us. It sounded like something warped in. That could also have been the swarm drone warping out, or another swarm drone warping in. Alright, final desert planet in the nebula. What is on you? Something is. Let's see what it could be. I like this dune sea right here. I like the coloring there, the rocks around it. Across a dozen or so hectaacres, large blue crystals pierce the rough surface of the planet. This looks like something we would be harvesting on StarCraft over here. Composed primarily of impure quartz, each cluster remarkably vibrates with a unique chime as the team's footsteps set off minute vibrations. In some spots, the crystals almost sound like a choir of voices. Plus 12 research points. We can land there again, but I know why we would want to, and we don't have the reason to do so at this moment. There's a quest which will have you fetch some of those crystals. So I will just remember it's out here. We're looking for a warp gate at this point. Have we seen one recently? That's 2 jumps away? There's probably a gate off of this nexus up in this direction. Oh, hey! This actually brings us to a sector we were at, not at earlier, but close to. Actually, no, we have been here. Oh, this is where the pulsar is. All right, let's not get too close to that. Okay, then. Let's go ahead and take the gate and get out of here. Back to Kite Station, we'll upgrade our ship, do some research, and call it a session. And this is the location that the Ulku had told us about. The single song with no voice. It's not too far from our Kite Station, so we could potentially visit it next episode. Maybe we'll do that. Kite Station is fully repaired, which is good to see. Okay, let's ask for some more crew, and we get 2 back. That's all for now. And research. Actually, shipyard first. We have 1,057 points. Nice, quite a bit of them. If I want... Oh, we're 1 neutronium away from my broadsider. And we need a shield generator to unlock the Protoss Scout, is what I called this. We have the research. We can probably grab a point into a shield generator. So I think, have the energy to actually produce one. So let's do so. Okay. I want to take another upgrade to my missiles. I would really like to increase their range again. I think we're going to spend 500 points here. Let's grab long-range missiles for maximum long-distance strikes, which is not true, because there's ultra-long-range missiles over here. This is the same thing. This is not maximum. This is bad. This should say for almost maximum long-distance strikes. And of course, we don't... unfortunately, we don't get to see what this distance increase is. But I still want it, so let's take it. I'm also going to grab... Sure, advanced rocket guidance. Even better missile turning. The sinusoidal... I killed that there. Like, I got it wrong as could possibly be. Evasion is really useful too, but I don't want to spend too many more points in missiles, so we're going to skip that one at the moment. This makes your missiles act as like sidewinders once they're launched, so they're difficult to shoot down because they weave back and forth. So we have the points. I think we might be able to take all of these upgrades. Let's take 1 more rank in all the shield technology. So we increase the maximum charge strength for each shield generator by 33%. So in other words, well, actually, I guess we should take a look at that really quick, shouldn't we? So let's go to our shipyard. And I'm going to save this version of the Angel Wing, because I don't think I've done that. Yep, I guess I'll call this instead of Manta Ray. Actually, I'll just call it Angel Wing Mark II. Okay. And let's go ahead and load this up. So here's my Protoss Scout vessel. Each shield generator has... Oh, it doesn't actually tell you how much shield it generates for you. That's a bit awkward. That's a bit awkward. I thought for sure it would at least tell me that. It doesn't tell me that. How about that? Yeah, that's really awkward. Anyway, it's got 4 plasma turrets and 2 missile launchers, so it feels like the appropriate Protoss scout vessel from the original StarCraft. Plus, it has a shield, because, you know, Protoss have shields, so you gotta have a shield generator on it. And it's very fast, with 7 engines on it. And it's less modules than the Angel Wing MK2, so it's faster than it. Do I actually want to fly this around, though? I think we're going to go back to the Angel Wing MK2. I could drop... I could probably drop a reactor and put a shield generator on this. But I think we'll be fine. The upgrades for the shield generator I took will be really useful in the future. When I grab... I think this class? I could also make another vessel off screen. Well, you know what? Maybe I won't take these quite yet. We will leave the other shield... We'll leave the shield stuff off at the moment, and then we'll still fly around our MK... our current vessel. Though I do want to unlock the Galaxy class, but this 500 research points could be spent to let my current ship be more resilient, or help my plasma turrets out, which we're still using. Let's grab the final rank of increasing our plasma turret's range. Ultra coherence. Do we see what the range is on our plasma turrets? I don't think we do. We do not. Okay, well, I still want this anyway. Even if it is just a fragment of what we have, I still want every single astro unit covered. Alright, everyone. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you guys for watching. And when we come back, we will probably be heading up here to investigate what it was that the Ulku had found, but not searched. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, everyone, and take care.